UPPaul Goldschmidt. He collected 4 homers with 9 RBI over the weekend in Colorado, and no doubt Coors Field was a big help. But Goldschmidt had racked up 7 hits in the previous 2 games in pitcher-friendly at. The perennial early fantasy pick was bound to rebound from a horrendous start that saw his OPS as low as .699 as recently as May 26, and the bounce back is happening fast. Goldschmidt's Statcast numbers are just fine. In fact, his barrel percent, 15.1, is a career high, and his average HR has traveled a healthy 410 feet, but his strikeouts are way up, as he struggled with high velocity while hitting just .160, .326, .274 at home, where the humidor has had a significant impact decreasing offense. He's no longer a first-round fantasy player considering his new environment, but Goldschmidt can still return round 2, 3 type value from here on out. At minimum, he certainly has more trade value than he did a week ago. Yahoo Fantasy Football leagues are open. Sign up now for free. Seth Lugo, he turned in a strong outing during his second start of the year Sunday night, holding the Yankees to just 2 hits with an 8-0 KBB ratio over 6 scoreless innings. Lugo is only 12% owned in Yahoo leagues, but Sunday in primetime marked the first time the Yankees had been shut out this season, so his ownership should shoot up fast. And rightfully so, as Lugo now sits with a 1.77 ERA and a 0.85 WHIP on the year and could get a longer look in the starting rotation now. He was able to maintain this season's increased velocity during Sunday's start and is throwing a curveball more than ever, with great results. Lugo has always had crazy spin rates, hinting at nice upside, so he's well worth adding in fantasy leagues. He has a 29-1 KBB ratio over the last 26.1 innings. Hector Rondon, I've written about Rondon a couple of times recently, but he's worth mentioning yet again after recording his 3rd save in 5 days while striking out the side in a perfect 9 Sunday. He's still available in 75% of leagues. Juan Soto, he's 19 years old and hitting .328, .431, .541 through the first 61 at-bats of his career, walking as often as he's struck out while facing Major League pitching for the first time. Soto's 167 WRC would rank top 5 in MLB if he qualified. His average launch angle has been just 3.9 degrees, league average is 10.8, which has led to a 1.77 GB FB ratio, but that's quibbling, as he's rewarding owners who bid aggressively. Meanwhile, with Adam Eaton back, Michael A. Taylor, who's on pace to finish with 13 homers and 44 steals but is hitting just .219, .285, .381, might soon lose playing time. Andrew McCutchen, he was hitting .364, .348, .705 over the past 10 games before receiving Sunday off, although that 44 AB sample also featured him posting a 10-0 KBB ratio. Still, McCutchen's bat heating up is hardly unexpected given his career-high 91.4 miles per hour average exit velocity and a strong 44.2 hard hit percent that's well above league average 34.1%, and it's possible his slow start could also be attributed to getting accustomed to a new team and city. Expect further improvement from McCutchen's bat moving forward. Stock down Dallas Keuchel, he's allowed 4 runs or more in 4 of his last 5 starts, a stretch in which he's posted a 7.33 ERA over 27.0 innings. Keuchel's season FIP sits at 4.19, and his SWSTR percent 8.8 is his worst since his rookie season back in 2012. His lowly 6.99 K9 rate is especially alarming given the continued league-wide increase in strikeouts, and he allowed 13 hits in just 4.1 innings Sunday against a Rangers offense that entered with the 3rd worst OPS in the American League, somehow escaping falling to 3-9 while pitching for a dominant 42-25 Astros team that easily leads MLB in run differential. Keuchel has been maddeningly inconsistent since winning the Cy Young in 2015, and note last year's average exit velocity, 84.5 miles per hour, and launch angle, -1.6 degrees, are both glaringly different this season, 88.7 and 3.5. Rafael Devers. He's been one of the bigger disappointments in baseball, recording a .688 ops and ranking outside the top 300 fantasy players despite hitting in one of MLB's best lineups and hitters' parks. In fact, Devers' 0.2 WAR ranks number 260, sandwiched between Danny Valencia and Adeiny Hechavarria. Devers is just 21 years old and has still managed 19 homers over 457 career at-bats while severely underwhelming, so I'd still be buying stock moving forward. His average exit velocity, 92.2 miles per hour, ranks top 20 in MLB. Miguel Sano, he's missed time with injuries and is hitting only .206, .271, .418 during a hugely disappointing fourth season in the league. Sano has a .510 ops against lefties after recording a .992 mark versus them last season, and his already alarmingly high K percent has shot up to a whopping 40.6, which is significantly higher than the next worst, Chris Davis at 36.8%, as only a DL stint might ultimately prevent Sano from breaking the MLB strikeout record this season. Brad Brach. He was hit hard for 3 runs while recording just 1 out during his last appearance, and his whip now sits at 1.76 on the year. Brach has an impressive, and career-best, 15.7 SWSTR percent, but his control is simply too shaky to be an elite reliever, and Zach Britton will soon return from the DL and immediately become a threat to reclaim Baltimore's closer's role. Michael Conforto. He doesn't have a hit in more than a week and owns a .694 ops on the year. Conforto's 146 WRC last season would have tied with Chris Bryant for 10th in baseball had he qualified, and yet now the Mets are considering demoting him to the minors. Conforto's surgery to repair a torn posterior capsule in his left shoulder that he's repeatedly dislocated always sounded serious, and with his exit velocity, 86.5 miles per hour, and hard hit percent, 32.3, so down compared to last year, 89.1 miles per hour and 43.5%, it's hard to conclude he's feeling totally healthy again. Either way, fantasy owners are fed up with Conforto, who's been dropped to 6th in New York's lineup after opening the season hitting leadoff. Follow the Yahoo Fantasy Baseball crew on Twitter, Andy Behrens, Dalton Del Don, and Scott Pianowski.